looking at?
Patsy Maynard. She used to be my favorite country western star.
You tell her you're her mother, she'll just go away with you.
I lost my daughter once. I'm not going to lose her again.
I told you to go to work.
Sorry.
Hot as hell out here. Come on, I didn't mean anything by that. It was just an expression.
It's too late.
I can't believe he'd do something like that. I mean, where's all the forgiveness?
He is forgiving. There's a gas station around the next curve.
How do you know that? Never mind, I don't want to know. I think he'd be used to the way I am by now. Oh! Oh!
Howdy.
How you doing?
What can I do for you?
Radiator overheated.
I can see that. You been doing it regular?
No, everything was fine until I opened my big mouth. You better check the hoses and the fan belt, everything.
Set my heart free to listen for the calling and the cries. Take me to the mountains of no thanks and no goodbyes. Take me home, take me home. Sweet water, sweet water, oh sweet water, take me home.
You want a soda pop? The machine's inside. This cooler's broken.
Oh, no, I'm fine. I was just listening to your song.
You heard it or you're listening to it? There's a difference, you know. And people hear all kind of things. You only listen when it's good.
Well, let's say first I heard it, then I started listening.
Really?
Really.
I keep hoping, you know. Maybe sometime some record producer, maybe one of those guys from the Grand Ole Opry, be driving along and run out of gas or something. Just what I'm thinking. It's kind of dumb, huh?
No, I don't think it's dumb to have a dream.
My mother was a singer. Evelyn Higgins. You ever heard of her?
Higgins, no, I can't say as I have.
She died when I was a baby. Keep hoping I'm going to run into somebody that heard of her. Somebody can tell me something about her.
Why don't you just ask your father?
He doesn't like to talk about her much, especially about her singing.
Sarah, I'd appreciate it if you'd help out inside.
Yes, sir.
The car's fixed and you can be on your way, mister.
Thanks very much. Your daughter here has a lovely voice.
Like I said, your car's fixed and waiting for you. Sarah?
Thanks for listening, mister.
It was my pleasure.
Hey, look at that.
What are you looking at?
Patsy Maynard. She used to be my favorite country western star. You couldn't put in a word at the top and get our next job here, could you?
As a matter of fact, that's where it is.
The hell you say? Well, at least we're here.
Trudy, this is Jonathan Smith, Mark Gordon, new guys. I want you to get them something to eat, and Mark here will help you out with whatever you need. Will do. Johnny, after you eat, I want you to take these posters around town, spread them all over the place.
I can't believe it. The Patsy Maynard. You know, I used to buy all her records.
Used to is the operative word, all right. From what I hear, she's turned into a real lush. But her name ought to bring in a few locals. Between her and Tell at Night, we should do okay. I want them posters up by tonight.
Good enough.
Trudy, I don't want the customers waiting for dinner.
I do the best I can. I'm all alone in this kitchen.
You can't handle it, tell me now. I'll get somebody else for the job. Okay, you boys got 15 minutes to eat, and I want to see some work going on around here.
Here you go, fellas.
Thank you very much.
Oh, Nick's a real charmer, isn't he?
Yeah, he's got about as much charm as a train wreck. Hope you like the chili.
Oh, it's great. Why do you work for him?
No place else to work in a town like this. And I'm too old to move. Besides, I got sentimental reasons. I used to own this place. Well, me and my husband. It was a real nice place then, too. Where folks would come in for good food, a couple of beers, listen to some nice music, and even dance if they felt like it. Now it's just a front.
Run for what?
Gambling. We got what you want to call one of them back rooms now. Everybody knows about it, including the sheriff.
Why doesn't he do something about it?
Why should he? As long as he gets his cut, he's happy.
What about the local townspeople?
Well, just about everybody's gambled in here at one time or another. Most of them earned a hock to Nick anyway. And that's just the way he likes it.
Trudy, get out of here.
My master's voice. More chili if you want it.
I would get you 10. The back room's rigged.
All right, we're going to find out tonight.
Nancy sent me out to get a drink for her.
Do me a favor, come on.
What are you gonna do?
Get her a drink.
Go away.
It's Jonathan, man, the bartender.
That's different. Come on in, Mr. Bartender.
There he comes. Maynard, I'll set it right here.
What's that supposed to be?
That's tea with honey and lemon. Caruso used to say it's the best thing for your voice.
Well, let Caruso drink it. I sent your woolly friend out for some bourbon.
No, ma'am, I think you sent him out for an excuse, and I'm not going to be the one to give it to you.
You know, I could have you fired in a second for that.
Yes, ma'am.
Well, then go and get me that drink.
I'm sorry, I can't do that. See, I'd rather hear you sing the way you do when you're at your best than keep this job.
must not be much of a job.
No, but you are some kind of singer. Always be other jobs. There's only one Patsy Maynard.
Caruso, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Not bad.
It's like what they say about chicken soup. Can't hurt.
Thanks.
Yes, and 17's a winner. Place your bets. Place those bets. Your luck's got to change sometime. Place those bets.
How's it going?
Too bad. Be surprised how much coffee I've sold tonight.
Yeah, I'll bet. Speaking of betting, you ought to see that back room. All the cards are marked. The dealers are pulling more out of their sleeves than they are out of the deck. The wheel's fixed. He's got quite an operation fleecing these locals for all they're worth.
It's a good old Nick.
Hope your boss doesn't expect to change him.
And look, all we do is try.
It's my bet. When old Nick bites the dust, he's gonna get a ticket south.
South.
Yeah, south.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bronco Billy's is proud to present one of country western's former greats, Miss Patsy Maynard.
I tried to buy you, I tried to lie to you, but what good did it do? I tried to forget you, I tried to forgive you, but what good does it do? I still love you, but I don't have you. Someone else does, and yes, I care, but I guess I have to get over losing you. Bite the bullet, kill the pain that lingers there. Bite the bullet, kill the pain, wash the past away in tears that drop like rain.
I did it. Oh, I did it. I really did it. I did it. Tim? Oh, Lord in heaven. It's been a long time since El Paso.
Yeah. It has, Evelyn. It sure has. I've read a lot about you over the years.
I bet I know what you paid attention to.
The parts I read sounded pretty sad.
Been some pretty sad times.
Well, it hasn't been easy for me either. Having to be both mother and father to a girl. It hasn't been easy.
Oh, yeah, I know. Remember when I used to listen to the country songs all day? About heartache? Never even knew what that was till us. It is a heartache, isn't it?
You're the one who left, Evelyn. Was it worth it?
You're the one who wouldn't let me come back, Tim. Was it worth it to you?
It's a long time ago. Let's talk about now. I don't want the same thing that happened to you to happen to Sarah.
Don't shut the door on her, Tim.
I'm doing what's best for her. You're her mother. You should want the same things for her.
You got a lot of nerve talking to me like that. You told her her mother was dead. You told her she didn't even have a mother.
I figured it was better to have one who died than one who ran off on her.
Is that why you came here tonight, Tim? Just to hurt me?
Sarah's coming to town tomorrow, and she's gonna walk out on me just like you did. Do you want her to have the kind of life you've had these last years?
She doesn't have to make the same mistakes I did.
Oh, Evie. I'm asking you to turn her around. If you tell her you're her mother, she'll just go away with you.
I lost my daughter once. I'm not gonna lose her again.
Hey, come on, you don't have to do that. I can take care of these.
No trouble?
Well, if it's no trouble, then let me do it.
Honey, that's just what my husband used to say. If it ain't no bother, then I'll take care of it.
Well, he sounds like a very nice man.
Oh, sweetest soul God ever put on earth. Broke his heart to lose this place. No matter what I said, it was never the same. I believe folks can die of a broken heart, you know.
So do I.
He had such guilt and felt so ashamed about being weak.
What do you mean?
He started gambling, like a sickness. And Nick fed it. And that's how he lost this place, to Nick, in a game. And he was winning, too. I mean, I kept saying to him, just stop, you're ahead.
But you can't quit when you're on a roll, huh?
That's just what he said. He's on a roll. He's hot. Can't quit when you're hot. And he started losing.
But you can't quit when you're losing because your luck's gonna change.
Almost sounds like you knew him.
It's like you say, it's a sickness. Symptoms are pretty much alike.
Finally, there was one last game, winner take all. Billy put up the deed. And to tell you the truth, for 1 second, I thought he might have a chance, because he had a good hand. I guess Nick's luck was just a little better.
Maybe good old Nick had a little help.
We sure could have used some. Well, at least I had some help with the garbage cans. Come on.
Hi.
Hey, hi yourself. What are you doing here?
Can I still sign up for that talent show thing?
Oh, sure you can. Go inside and sign up. You can even practice on the microphone and everything.
Never sung with a microphone before.
First time for everything.
Yeah, I guess.
How'd your dad take it? Give you a bad time?
Well, we had it out. I had to choose, so I did.
He'll come around.
You don't know my daddy.
Maybe your daddy doesn't know himself right now. Go on, go get him.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Excuse me. Miss Maynard? I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Oh, that's okay. You're a little young to be looking for a cocktail waitress job, aren't you?
Oh, no, I came to sign up for the talent contest.
Well, what's your name, honey?
Sarah. Sarah Higgins.
You're a mighty pretty girl, Miss Sarah Higgins.
You're Patsy Maynard. Everybody knows who you are.
Everybody?
Sure, you're famous.
Well, I guess that's who I am, then. Is that what you want to be? Famous?
I just want to sing. My mother was a singer.
Was she? Sing me a song, Sister Sarah. Sing me something old, from a long time ago. Something your mama might have sung. Some sad, sweet song. Something that shares a secret.
I hear the village waiting, the mountain call my name. Sweetwater, I'm a swimmer, I'm the one you've claimed. Totems now are falling, covered by soft rain. Great Spirit, hear my prayer, I'm coming home again. Take me home to the old ones with waiting in their eyes. Take me home to the mercy of misty morning skies. Set my heart free to listen for the calling and the cries. Take me to the mountains of no thanks and no goodbyes. Many men have walked these hills, each has had his story. The winter snow has come and gone like a hero's glory. My land and my people, I'm a stranger and alone. I'm running up against the tide. Sweetwater, take me home. Take me home to the old ones with waiting in their eyes. Take me home to the mercy of misty morning skies. Set my heart free to listen for the calling and the cries. Take me to the mountains of no thanks and no goodbyes. Take me home. Take me home. Take me home. Take me home. Sweetwater, Sweetwater, oh Sweetwater, take me home.
Are you all right?
I don't know. I think I'd better save it for the audience.
Miss Maynard? Are you going to be there tonight when I sing?
I don't know. Maybe.
I wish you could.
You don't need me.
Yeah, I do. You understand me. It's like you know me or something.
Well, maybe it's because you're the daughter of a singer. And you're a singer. And so am I.
Packing them in tonight. Back room's already loaded. Nick is gonna rip them apart tonight.
Yeah.
Boy, I wish there was something we could do.
Is that a wish or a prayer?
Would it make a difference?
Yeah, it might to the boss. Take over for me.
Where you going?
A little business to take care of. Oh, don't forget the prayer.
Hey, buddy, how about some service over here?
I'll be right back.
We got a packed house out there. What's going on here?
I'm getting out of here. That's what's going on.
You crazy? You can't walk out on the gig. Been drinking, haven't you?
Haven't touched a drop.
What's this all about?
None of your business.
Yeah? You walk out on me and you're through in this business. I guarantee it.
You know, Nick, your mama must have a lot of guilt giving birth to someone like you.
You be out here in 5 minutes or I'll throw you out. Trudy, I've had 4 people complain already tonight about cold food.
That's not my fault.
Whose fault is it?
Yours. You're too cheap to hire enough waitresses.
That tears it. You are fired. I only put up with you this long because I felt obligated.
Bull! You kept me this long because you felt guilty.
Guilty about what?
Guilty about stealing this place from a man who gave you a job when you were on your butt. My husband, God rest his soul.
You are fired now. Hear me?
Too late, I quit.
Here.
Thank you.
All right. It was bound to happen. At least I got a little something off my chest.
You sure did.
Oh, I'm not going to miss him. I'll miss this place because being here kind of made me feel close to my husband.
I know. Hey, you know, speaking of that, I was cleaning out that extra storage room when I found this. I didn't know if it meant anything to me.
It's Billy's lucky charm. He lost it the night he played Nick. I really believed he'd still own this place if he hadn't lost it before the game.
Maybe you would have.
Well, I can't believe you found it. I searched that room over and over.
Could be a sign.
What kind of a sign?
I don't know. Just a feeling I have. I mean, I know it sounds crazy. If I were you, I'd try my luck tonight.
Me? Oh, I don't hold the gambling.
Well, neither do I. All I'm saying is it's a feeling. It doesn't seem strange to you that the night you get fired, I find his lucky charm. It's almost like your husband's saying, go get him.
You've been drinking?
No, I haven't been drinking. I told you it's just a feeling. I mean, what harm is it gonna do? You put $1 down and see what happens. You got nothing to lose.
It sure would be something, wouldn't it?
There's only one way to find out.
Your 5 minutes are up.
Excuse me, I'm looking for Miss Maynard.
She's gone, adios.
She's gone? But she said she was gonna be here tonight.
Look, kid, I don't care what she said. She's gone.
See, I'm supposed to sing tonight, and she said that she was gonna be here.
So, sing. You don't need some washed-up broad to encourage you. Go on and, use the room. Good luck.
Dear Sarah, from one singer to another, God be with you, Patsy. I wanted you to be here.
Get your bets down, everybody wins. I told you, you're fired. Don't come whining around for your job.
And I told you I quit. I'm here to play. $1 on number 23 red.
All right, get your bets down. Everybody wins. No more bets. Red.
Let it ride.
Get your bets down. Everybody wins. Isn't it time you got to work?
You know, you're right. Mr. Higgins?
We're closed, Doctor. Oh, it's you. What do you want?
I overheard you talking with your wife last night. With Patsy.
You have a long nose, pal.
I just thought you'd like to know she left town. Without telling Sarah who she was.
Sarah didn't go with her, then?
No. Matter of fact, she didn't say much of anything to anybody. She must love you both an awful lot to do that.
What are you talking about?
Talking about she had her chance. She could have taken your daughter with her. You already pushed her away.
And whose fault was that?
Yours. Look, Mr. Higgins, we all make mistakes in this world. Some of us just never admit it.
Which way was she headed, do you know?
Tim, this is dispatch. Over.
This is Tim.
We got a woman calling from call box 62 on Interstate 80. Said her car broke down. You want it?
I can't take it right now.
I'd take it. Never can tell.
Okay, I'll take it.
Okay.
You want to take a little ride? I'm kind of scared.
Sure, let's go.
You mind if I,
Why don't I hook up the car? I think you got something better to do.
I appreciate that. I just wanted to thank you. Must have been an awful hard thing to do.
Well, you did a heck of a job raising her. I just couldn't hurt her anymore.
Evelyn, I was wrong to shut the door on you. I don't want that mistake with Sarah. She wants to sing, she can sing.
Oh, Timmy, I'm so glad. I'm so glad.
Nobody's called me Timmy. A lot of years. It sounds nice. I want to make up for something tonight. I've been lying to Sarah for a lot of years, telling her that loving you was a mistake. Well, it wasn't. Not the brightest thing I ever did. She deserves to know that she has a mother like you. Maybe we could both tell her together, huh? Your old car's all out of whack anyway, and you can't stay out here all night.
There's a lot of water under the bridge.
Not so much. It was on a night pretty much like this that I kissed you for the first time. You remember?
El Paso.
El Paso.
Jonathan, you won't believe it. I won. I won it all.
do you mean?
I mean, I got Billy's place back. I broke Nick.
Oh, you're kidding.
Not on your life. It was Billy's lucky charm that did it. Oh, I closed the book for good.
Oh, where's Nick?
Oh, I gave him a job behind the bar. Oh, I gotta go. I gotta start the show. Oh, it's just like old times.
Good luck.
Ladies and gentlemen, for the inaugural act at the new Bronco Billies, new management, we're proud to present Miss Sarah Higgins.
I don't know how to take love without abusing it. I don't know how to give respect without losing it. I don't know how to take a fall without losing it.
I don't know how to take love without abusing it. I don't know how to give respect without losing it. I don't know how to take a fall without using it. Sometimes I think I'm driven. I don't know how to take love without abusing it. I don't know how to give respect without losing it. I don't know how to take a fall without using it. Sometimes I think I'm driven, driven like a piece of snow, driven like a piston, driven out of control like a loved one that's missing. I'm driven. I don't know how to break a bond without bruising it. I don't know how to take a chance without choosing it. I don't know how to live a life without accusing it. I accuse myself sometimes. I think I'm driven, driven like a piece of sand, driven like a whirlwind. I'm driven by a stranger's hand, like a loved one that's missing. I'm driven. Sometimes in the morning, I rise awake and flee into the early light. I'm young enough to think, to think, to think, to think. I don't know how to take love, but I want to learn. I don't know how to give respect, but I need to learn. I don't know how to take a fall, but I gotta learn. Sometimes I think I'm driven, driven like a piece of snow, driven like a piston.
Okay, someone to make an exit of.
You got it, King Wasabi.
One that's missing. I'm driven.